Big moment looking to get this first match underway, of course. The announcer going through all our tables. There are 8 tables, but we'll be concentrated on this one and we'll be underway very, very shortly. A lot of support for all these athletes. Second most played sport in the world, table tennis, so you'd expect this to be a big event and a big occasion. Certainly a big occasion for these guys, and although Rob Davies is the world #1, I can assure you that he will be feeling the nerves at this moment in time, looking for his first ever Paralympic gold medal. If the rankings are right, it could be his, but there's a long way to go. Get through the group stage, then worry about the knockouts, and we shall see. First couple of days dedicated to the group stages. A lot of chit-chat between the athletes. They're in the zone, aren't they? The athletes being introduced. You can hear, I'm sure, a lot of support, certainly for Rob Davies. There's quite a big British contingent here. Popped down to see how their training was going yesterday, and they were very focused. So these guys in Class 1. And this is the class with perhaps the most severe reduction of function in the playing arm. The classification goes all the way up to 11, but 1 to 5 is for athletes in wheelchairs. Out come the bats. They are kept under scrutiny from the umpires, and both players have a chance to scrutinise each other's bats, make sure everything's fair and square. Minute instructions from the coaches. They've got a good coaching team, the British here. And although these guys have a certain amount of restriction in their movement, you'll see some very skillful table tennis. It's 5 sets, so first to 3. Nothing different really about the table itself compared to what you might see in the Olympics. The only thing that these athletes are not allowed to do because they're in chairs is when they serve. They have to serve within the lines of the edges of the table. After that, it's every man for themselves, really. You'll see occasionally the odd drop shot just the other side of the net. And that's a real tricky one for somebody in a chair to get hold of. Second session then of this Rio Paralympic Games about to get underway. He's just using that band to help him hold on to the table tennis bat. It's a well-worn routine. Apparently he likes to warm up listening to Robbie Williams, Bon Jovi or Queen. So he's a lively guy. And a similar routine there for Silvio Keller from the Rolster Club in Basel. These guys will play at the table with some assistance in retrieving the ball. And it goes AWOL. Like I say, this is a serious business. Ready now to get underway. A little warm up and then hostilities will commence. No doubting who they are. Naming their colours to the last with. We'll start with a brief warm-up before we get underway. And there are nervous moments, mark my words, and a couple of the British athletes I spoke to yesterday said they just wanted to get underway. Davies from Wales, lives in Brecon. This is a man from Warbach in Switzerland. A very elegant way of playing. Looks nervous though, doesn't he? More than one ball on the court. A little bit of confusion, and our referee, Sei Mei Lang of Hong Kong, just making quite clear, just one ball, and it's a ball that is selected by her that you can only change if it's cracked. It is a plastic ball now. It used to be acetate, but a bit worried about the flammable properties of it when you have a warehouse full of them. So then, here we go. Underway between Rob Davies and Silvio Keller. Davies, the world ranked #1 against Keller, world ranked 15. First to 3 games, of course. 5 games. Sometimes in the team you'll see it at only 3 games, but this is the long haul. Good start from Silvio Keller in this Group A contest. Nicely done. Happy with that, wasn't he? A thing that Davies could do, flying past the backhand. Oh, just too good. It was a decent serve, but an excellent return. And the world #1 will get down to the best of starts here. It looked like it was just long. Did it touch the end of the table? No. Gets the point back. Good smash, just a little bit too much there in that return from Davies. And the Swiss coach very much enjoying what he's seeing at the moment. Has the serve as well. And he's annoyed with himself, Davies. Looked to spank that one down on the forehand. Just didn't work for him. Oh, what a return that is from Keller as well. And he looks less than happy with himself at the moment. Quite sure what that conversation was about. It's better from the British athletes. And a very large contingent of coaches here, the British as well. Oh, nicely done. Worked the table very well, Davies. Played it to Keller's forehand and then switched. Key to table tennis, of course, is taking the shot early if you can. And just trying to get a lot of spin on that, Keller, and miss hit it completely. So back to just the point difference. And that's better as well. I think he's just settling down a bit now, Davies. Oh, I think that took an edge off, a touch of the edge of the table. It did. Little. Oh no, actually it didn't. And Keller had actually acknowledged his luck. But as it turned out, he didn't have much luck. Oh, nice return. No way that Keller could get to that. And after being down by 4, he's now up by 2. Well, this might be a bit closer than the world rankings might suggest. Oh, took Davies a bit by surprise there. Fast, flat serve. Nice return, just out of the reach of Keller. Remember, first to 11. On the backhand, just scooped it. The acute angle is what did it. Oh yes, yeah, much better from Davies. Keller just struggling there. And a chance to wrap up this first game. Didn't quite manage that one. Just tried to ship it over the net, out of the reach of Keller. Didn't work this time, and still has a chance to wrap this first game up, though. Good serve, really strong serve from Keller. So first to a clear 2-point lead. The ball has to be raised 6 inches above the bat for service. Normally, obviously, it goes to the Olympics, it's thrown up with the hand. Third game point then for Davies. Oh yes, Keller riding his luck slightly. Well, he's hanging in there, isn't he? He thought for all the world that Davies had wrapped it up. That's much better. Little smile from Davies. It's a great rally. Keller hanging in there. Just a little bit too much air from the Swissman. And a little difficulty getting his bat on it. And another chance for Davies. And there you go. 13-11. And the first game of the match is wrapped up. Well, he was 4 points down at one point. The man who is from Wales. And he came back well, showed his class, and he leads by a game to 0. Entertaining first game, that one, has to be said. Looked a little bit out of sorts, didn't he, early on? I'm sure that Keller's coach will be saying that just take that first half of the game and replicate it. Davies being told just not to let his opponent into the match. Coach, there was a little bit of a disagreement halfway through the game, wasn't there? And I think that's still being discussed. Time, says our referee, Tay Meilan. And so we're underway again in this match in Group A. Andrea Borgato, the Italian, is the other man in this group. Groups of 3 players, 4 groups. Once we get through, the top 2 will go through, and we get to the knockout stages in a few days' time. Just getting that binding back on. It was taking a little while. Need to make sure that he's happy with the way the bat's being held. Keller is ready. And it is the Swiss man who will serve. The inside-out backhand is Davies' stock in trade, really. Suits the way he has to hold the bat. Didn't quite work for him throughout that first game. Oh, working the angle as well. Better, says the coach, and it was. Keller can be a tricky customer. Some very powerful strokes. Good return from Keller. And that's what he's very good at, just getting the ball back flat and fast. And there'll be a let. We play the points. Keller, who was a soldier before he got injured in a training accident. Had a rock in the River Rhine and sustained his injuries, but before that played football, so he's always been interested in sport, always enjoyed playing sport, and obviously started playing table tennis during rehabilitation. And like so many of the athletes here, finding an interest, finding a passion. Just goes long. He's keeping a foothold in this second game is Silvio Keller. Trying to get it on the backhand, couldn't manage it. And the coach looking a little calmer now. Oh, just a little bit wide. That was another fast delivery from Keller. That's the one we were talking about, the little lob over the net. You can't play that one. It takes a lot of skill to get that right with the ball coming at you so fast. But this is looking much more comfortable for the Briton. Heading towards, you to think, the second game. And Keller trying to repeat the dose on Davies this time. Didn't quite find his range. And he has a bit of work to do in this second game. Seven game points then for Davies. That was a good rally, and it was nice, accurate play by Keller, keeping Davies under control there. Still lots of time in this second game, and that'll do it. That was a much easier second game for Rob Davies. Much more assured from the man from Brecon. And Keller with a bit of work to do. Just one more game needed then from Davies, and he would have wrapped up the first game in this Group A clash. Play to your strengths, Rob Davies being told. Just talking about the strength of Keller's topspin serves. Comes at you mighty quick. But, he's got to pull something magical, has Keller. Third game then of this match between Rob Davies and Silvio Keller. Keller in the red. Davies, like many good Welshmen, played rugby in his youth until a spinal cord injury when he was playing when he was just 21, means he was in a wheelchair. He does play wheelchair rugby for a bit of fun. He's been in the GP squad since 2007, so an experienced athlete. A marvellous return from Keller. That's the elegance he has, just flows through. Coach just making a point to our umpire. I think that was just a bit long. Great point. Great point, and Keller putting up a fight in this third game. And although these guys are restricted in their movement, they certainly put a lot of effort into each point. Taking no prisoners in this match, and that's a great forehand smash from Keller. He knew as soon as he played the shot that it was going to come back with interest, and it certainly did. That's better. Just playing the power serve, Davies. Good buzz around this arena with all these matches going on. Oh, he did ever so well to get hold of that one. Excellent point, perhaps the best one from Davies's point of view of the match. Look how far he had to reach. No wonder there was a war cry at the end of it. Davies is ahead then, the Brit. Oh, yes. Lovely inside-out backhand, that one. These guys can have timeouts, and the timeout has been played by the Swiss. Well, just as that 2-point lead opened up for Davies, you suspected the Swiss may call the time. They get a minute. You can see the clock on the table counting down. Davies not that bothered, really, just take a drink. There's a bit of work to be done in this red corner. Because, as you can see, in a spot of bother, in danger of losing this first Group A match, Keller. Remember, both have to play Andrea Borgato. Well, he started like a train, didn't he, in the first game? He's struggled somewhat since then. Doesn't mean that he's out, of course. Like I say, there is the match against Borgato to consider. Borgato ranked 11 in the world, so it's a much more evenly balanced match between Keller and the Italian. Underway again then in this third game. Will it be a 3-0 victory for the Brits? Oh, he did well there, had to wait, had to stretch for it as well. but dispatched it nicely. 32 years of age, Keller just a year older. Just hit that one a bit long. He's crossing himself, isn't he? And that was a decent serve, right into the difficult spot for Davies. And he's giving himself a good talking to. Oh yes, good timing there, just bided his time, made very good contact. A loose shot from Rob Davies. Still ahead though. Great return from Keller. Fluid, fluent forehand from the Swiss man. 2 points behind though. Well, tucked up Davies there. That the movement around the table, that grey area between forehand and backhand can be a real problem. That's what Keller is probing now. 8 apiece. Will it go to a 4th game? Oh dear. Unforced error on the serve. And just a point away from having a game point, the Swissman. That was a good timeout from the Swiss. It's changed the momentum of this 3rd game. And timeout called by Rob Davies, his coach, quite rightly too. Should be, if you look at the ranking, should be cruising this one. Not quite working out that way. A bit frustrated with himself. He's a hard taskmaster, and there's not a lot you can say in a minute, but what you can do is interrupt the opponent's momentum and just refocus your man as well. Slightly worried looks on the faces of the British fans. There are several British athletes in action today. Davies will make sure he's absolutely ready. Crucial point, this one, absolutely crucial. Oh yes, brilliant stuff from Keller. What a great angle, and he has a couple of game points. Oh, bit of luck, a little acknowledgement, a little wry smile from Davies. Any part of this table is fair game. If it goes off the edge, it goes off the edge. Still a chance to pull a game back. Oh, and another edge. Keller can't believe it. Accepts the apology, the acknowledgement from Davies. Now just watch this. It was a loose shot, grit of the teeth. You know he got lucky. Well, here's a 3rd game point for Keller. Oh, just in the sweet spot. No way that Keller could get there, and the 3rd game point is saved. Davies will be desperate just to conserve his energy and get it done and dusted now. Oh, it's a great return from Keller. The spin making it difficult for Davies. 4th game point. Oh, and it took a little nip off the net. And there's nothing that Davies could do. And that is a game back for Silvio Keller. Not quite done yet in this match. Coach won't be happy, of course, but Keller dug in there, didn't he? And he had his chance in the first game, of course, was 4 points to the good. Davies will be a bit annoyed with himself to have dropped that game, but if you give an opponent 4 chances to wrap up the game, likely it is one of them will be taken. Keeping a very strict eye on things. Say Mei Lang, referee from, or umpire rather, from Hong Kong. So Keller has pulled a game back. Can he take it to a 5th and deciding game? We shall see. He's playing some very good table tennis at the moment. That was certainly very fluent from the Swiss man. Yeah, has a bit of power behind his shots. Very attacking in his intent. Goes a little bit long that time though. A bit more confidence in Keller by the looks of it. The serve was long. Oh, excellent from Davies. Just got the angle right. So it's a bit of a struggle at the moment for the world #1. Oh, that was beautifully recovered though from the Welshman. Again, just aiming to put it out of the reach. It's a difficult shot, that one, when the ball's coming at you so fast and with spin. And Keller trying to do to Davies what he had just had done to him, but he couldn't quite repeat the dose. Daylight opening up between the British athlete and the Swiss man. No more timeouts to be had, so it's down to these two now. Oh, and he's done it again. He really is fired up now. So there's some of the crowd as well. Oh, tried to play the angle. And that's the serve though, with a 4-point cushion. Enforced error, not what you want to see if you're the coach. Oh, went for the edge. And feeling the heat a bit now, Davies. 2 points lost on your serve. Good forehand, excellent forehand from Keller. Frustrating the British athlete. Oh, yes. Well, that was brilliantly placed. Inscrutable, isn't he, compared to Davies? That's the shot they practice. And although Davies used every ounce of effort he couldn't get to it. And this is getting to be a tight one. It will be a let, just touch the top of the net. Oh, and he's done it again, Keller. Excellent from this man from Walbach in Switzerland. And he looked dead and buried, didn't he, after the second game. He's come roaring back. Oh, yes, and great reach. And he has just edged ahead. Davies just trying to place it out of the reach of Keller, but it just wasn't good enough. 2 points away from taking the game. Oh, that's brilliant. The inside-out backhand. 9 apiece. Oh, he should have made that one, and he knows it. And it's a game point to Keller to take it to the 5th and final game. Let's look at this again. Went long, but it was excellent work from Keller. And this is the last of the early matches left playing. And Keller has all of a sudden found his mojo, and look at that. It all depends on the 5th and final game. Well, from 2 games up and looking like he was cruising in the 3rd game, Rob Davies has a match on his hands here. The coach for Keller called the timeout and swayed the whole of this match. Davies looking good in the 4th game as well. Had a lead of 5 points in that last game, and still managed somehow to contrive to lose it. World number 1 in a spot of bother here. Nicely done though, that's better. Took a little net cord there. Playing the point again. Oh, took it very early. That's the key to this. Power, speed of shot. Oh yes, again, excellent positioning. Keller is very fluent on that forehand, but just couldn't get there in time. Oh, and that's an excellent forehand. Again, I think Keller just trying to tuck up Davies a little bit, get him wondering whether to go forehand or backhand, but it didn't work that time. That's better. Little acknowledgement, I think, from Rob Davies. That was just the most sublime shot from Keller. Oh, nicely done. Nicely done. Power and then finesse from Rob Davies. Yes, little look at the coach. He's had a roaring comeback, hasn't he, Silvio Keller? Question is, can he sustain it? And a little bit of bother here, but it's not the first time we've said that. Just making sure they are happy with their position, and they are. He likes to play the really strong serves. Great returner serve from Rob Davies. Is this the moment that he wraps this match up? Yes, nicely done. Not able to place it exactly where he wanted it, Keller. Easy meet for Davies, who is motoring. Yep, too many mistakes. I think he's probably put his finger on it. Too many unforced errors as well. Oh, but that isn't one of them. That was a brilliant return from an excellent service from Silvio Keller. Well, that was excellent placement. And it gives match points, and lots of them, to Rob Davies of Great Britain. And there you go. It wasn't the easiest of matches for Rob Davies. Silvio Keller came back from 2 games down to take it to a 5th game. But excellent work in that 5th game. It only took 4 minutes to wrap that one up. And in Group A, in the Class 1 category, it is Rob Davies who wins. Silvio Keller will be hoping for better luck against Andrea Borgato, but he showed what he can do, the man from well back in Switzerland. And we have just seen an excellent game of table tennis. And it is Rob Davies who has prevailed 3 games to 2.